want somebody, I say you don't cross my mind.
Walk time. Oh my goodness.
And she doesn't know that your favorite place is still mine. Now I take the long way home, avoid what I can't let go. I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do. Cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue. Cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn, back to the surface, the feeling of all that we learned. I don't always think about you till First Avenue. That's when I do. That's when I do.
I was having one of those moments where I was like, I shouldn't film this video. Nobody's gonna watch this video. Why am I filming it? Whatever. And then I looked at the clock and it was 3:33 and I was like, all right, I get it. Thank you. I will make the video. So here we are. Hello. If I had to encapsulate the energy of 2021, the vibes, the moments, the lesson, if you will, it was all about letting go. I don't think everything necessarily happens for a reason, because there are some very shitty things that happen that I can't imagine there being a reason for. But I do think that we can learn a lesson from everything. I think we can take something away from every situation, even as painful as it can be. 2021 was definitely a learning year for me. I learned a lot of lessons in a very short period of time. I grew a lot in a very short period of time. And the biggest one for sure was letting go and also learning how to be alone and learning the art of both. And both things are quite difficult. If anyone is going through the same season, which I just have a feeling that a lot of people are, truly, like, if anyone is just going through this general theme of their life too, I want to help, I want to comfort, I want to give, you know, a little loving hug. And that's what this video is. I really needed to work on letting go of situations, relationships, people, old versions of myself that no longer were a part of my life. You know, when you go through college and then you graduate college and you become an adult and all of that, you go through a lot of changes in your life just because you're figuring out who you are. You're figuring out who you are, what you want to be, where you want to live, the kind of job you want to work. Like, you're figuring out who you are. And a lot of times the people who you brought into that scenario don't necessarily leave with you. But my issue was that I didn't want to let go of anything. I didn't want to let go of old jobs, of old relationships, of old friendships, of old ways that I viewed myself. I didn't want to let go of any of it. I just wanted to hoard these experiences and these people and these situations, and I wanted to keep it all. I didn't want to lose anything. And obviously that's not possible. But what would happen is I'd hold on so tightly to things that were no longer good for me, that were no longer serving me, unhealthy relationships, unhealthy situations, jobs I was meant to leave. I'd hold on until I couldn't hold on anymore and it was ripped away from me. And then it caused way more pain than it ever needed to. Intuitively, I knew that whole time that I needed to end that relationship, that I needed to walk away from that friendship, that I needed to move to a new apartment, that I needed to leave the state that I lived in. I knew all of that intuitively, but I didn't listen. I just held on until it was ripped away. And so now that I've started listening to that intuition and I've started listening to those little nudges, I know how beautiful life is when you actually listen to your gut and what it's telling you you need to let go of and change when. I think the reason that I never let go of old relationships and situations and patterns and all of that was just a fear that it was the best I would ever get. It all goes back into like this lack mentality where, like, The best example I can use is with like Skittles or like fruit snacks, right? You're so worried that your favorite color Skittle or like fruit snack is gonna run out, so you like don't eat any of them till the end, but then you're so worried the whole time about your favorite Skittle running out that you didn't enjoy any of the other Skittles. It's that lack mentality, the mentality that everything runs out and that you have to hold on to things because you won't have them someday. With my past relationship, I knew it wasn't healthy for me. I fully knew, like we got to a point where I knew that it was no longer good for me or serving me or the other person, but I didn't want to let go because I didn't think that anyone else would ever love me. Number one, I didn't think I was lovable, and I didn't really love myself. Even when you know something's wrong, just holding on to it because you're scared there won't be anything else. I was like that with friendships that weren't working anymore, relationships that weren't healthy, even like apartments, jobs. I would hold on to them forever and never want to leave, and so I'd end up working like 4 jobs at a time because I'd never leave that job. What I've realized is when you let go of the things that are no longer good for you, that no longer serve you, that is the only way to make room for all of the good that's coming, all of the good things that are meant for you, all of the things that are beautiful that you're meant to experience. You can't experience that if you don't have any room to experience that. Think of it like this, okay? You have your closet, right? If you would have saved every article of clothing that you have ever owned since the time you were born, your closet is gonna become really full, okay? It's gonna become full of things that don't fit you, that you don't like anymore, that ugly sweater, those jeans that don't fit you, that make you angry. All of that is in your closet. It's overflowing. You have no more hangers. There's no more space in any drawers. Now it's all over the floor. It's messy. You're annoyed because it's messy, and you have no room for new clothes. New clothes that would fit you nice, that would look really good on you, that would make you feel amazing. You have no room for any of the new stuff because your freaking toddler outfit is still there. Eventually, it's gonna overflow out of your closet. It's gonna end up in your room. You're not gonna be able to sleep well. You're gonna be super anxious. You're just gonna feel like crap because there's stuff everywhere every day. And it all could have been prevented if you just let some things go. That is life, all right? Life is a closet. That just gave me very large life is a highway vibes. Life is like a closet. Not a box of chocolates, not a highway, but a closet. And it's overflowing. And you gotta donate some clothes, and you gotta throw some stuff away, and you gotta dust, and you gotta vacuum, and you gotta clean some things out if you wanna buy some new baddie clothes. If you're at a point where you're not sleeping well, you're very anxious, you're just feeling physically unwell, you most likely have a lot of internal emotional turmoil that you need to let go of, a lot of anxiety, a lot of bad feelings that you're harboring. This is like a more like esoteric idea of letting go, but it's also equally as important. Breathwork, yoga, working out, all of that's gonna help you to release all of those trapped feelings. Just a little heads up. And letting yourself cry. Gotta let yourself cry. I truly think that's why I'm like very happy as a human, is because I cry all the fucking time. I cry every day, every day. Anyways, happy bitches cry. Okay, moving on. Letting go hurts. Change hurts. Change is hard. Hard. Letting go of things is the kindest thing you can do for yourself, for other people, the people you're letting go of. It's honestly way kinder to let go when you know that it's not good anymore than to just hold on and never let them experience anything better also. This year certainly taught me how to be alone. I'm single for the first time, and I've been single now for a year. And it's the first time I was single in like my whole life, basically. I'm 1,200 miles away from my family, so I don't see them very often. Like all my childhood friends, don't see them. All my childhood friends. One. Hi, Penelope. All my friends. Literally one. Anyways, my college friends, like we all moved to different places, and then the pandemic hit, and so it's like traveling is hard and seeing people is hard. And so I've been out here by myself. Not only have I been alone, I've learned to love being alone. I love myself and I never used to. I have fun with myself and I never used to. I think I'm great and I used to think I was trash. How can you expect someone else to love you if you don't love you? Just saying? How can you expect someone else to even like you, be generally interested in you? How can you even talk about yourself on a date if you don't know who you are? I learned who I am. I learned what I like, what I want my goals to be, what my dreams are, what my values are. Like, I learned all of that. And then, after being okay with being alone and healing and like doing all of that, amazing things started happening. I traveled to another country for the first time in my life, which has been the hugest goal of mine forever. Like, the fact that I had never traveled out of the country was something I was honestly embarrassed about, but I just never had because my family didn't, and like in college I was broke. Then when I graduated college, I was like, all right, travel time and then panini time. And finally I did it. I just did it. I went to Spain with 2 of my best friends from work. We had so much fun. Spain is freaking amazing. If you're thinking about going anywhere, go to Spain. I absolutely loved it. I got a passport when everyone was trying to get their passport, and I had a very strict time crunch and didn't think it was gonna happen. It happened. It came early. I learned how to build my own furniture, okay? This bed, I built this bed. It's from IKEA, but like I still built it, okay? I built this bed, I built my dressers, I built my table, I built my couch, I built literally everything in this apartment. And I moved by myself, okay? I didn't even have a car. I literally moved my stuff in a suitcase walking down the street. Because the cars that I rented kept getting non-returned. A life update. I think my hair says it all, baby. I think it does. I have officially moved in. All of my stuff is not unpacked. I need to like do a ton of stuff. I don't have furniture yet. Everything is a mess and it's making me very anxious. I have not been doing well mentally. Like, I stopped filming because 2 days ago, I could not stop having panic attacks. And I genuinely started to like dissociate, like feel like I was like out of body almost because I was so stressed and anxious. Moving is stressful, okay? Moving by yourself is stressful. Moving without a car is stressful. All of the like surface level things are very stressful in and of themselves. However, this for me is more like the end of a chapter, the end of an era, the end of a huge part of my life, and the beginning of something completely new and different, and it's fucking terrifying. When changes happen, they can really hurt and they can feel really scary, but what you're feeling is growth. My entire life, my life trajectory, my path, my plan, my purpose, my everything has changed, and it's changed in a beautiful way. Like, I am so excited for this new chapter. This new chapter is about independence and traveling and adventure and figuring out who I am and figuring out what I want, and I get to experience the world in a whole new lens, only thinking about myself and my loved ones, of course, and my baby Bean, and you know, I always think about other people, but my main focus is not making sure someone else is good. It's making sure I'm good, and it's the first time in my life I feel like I've really done that, and it feels so weird but so freaking good. I feel like I hit the bottom and then climbed my way back up, and it was just the most amazing thing ever. This apartment, I am absolutely in love with it. It is so small. It is a very small studio apartment, but I can see the ocean from my bed. I can see the ocean from my toilet. Okay, come on in. Hi, Beanie. So when you first walk in here, to your right, we have a washer dryer. This is the kitchen. So this is the whole kitchen area. This is the living area. So this is where like a TV would go. And then like your bed goes back here. Here we have our closet area, the bathroom, the balcony, which is awesome. It's got some grass. Again, got a beautiful view. That's the ocean over there. That has been my dream since I was like this big. All of my dreams, all of the things that I wanted so much, I made happen in such a short period of time when I let go of everything that didn't belong to me anymore, that wasn't for me anymore. Then all of the beautifulness started to come in. I've made so many amazing friends this year. I learned that I loved yoga. Yoga is amazing. Oh my God. Number one, you get to know your body in a way that you've never known your body. That sounds Weird, but you do, okay? You get strong and you progress so easily, and so then when you're progressing and you're getting stronger, you feel amazing because you're like, oh my god, look what I can do now that I could not do last week. You get in touch with yourself physically and spiritually and emotionally all at the same time. You release things that are trapped. It's amazing. I love yoga. I literally tell everyone to do yoga because it's wonderful. I got comfortable as a nurse, which is something I didn't think would ever happen. Being a new nurse, don't recommend it to anyone. Being a new nurse in a panini, don't recommend it to anyone. Hey, we did that and I feel comfortable now. Now I know what I'm doing. I can somewhat save your life / deliver your baby. Amazing. I learned that how I talk to myself and how I treat myself dictates how other people talk to me and treat me. I learned that everyone's opinion of me is just a mere reflection of their opinions on themselves and not to take it personally. Overall, I am physically, mentally, spiritually the healthiest and happiest I have ever been, and it all came from letting go of so much. I encourage you to let go of something and leave it in 2021, okay? You may not know what it is. You probably do. I think you do. But if you don't, your subconscious does. So even just setting the intention, like, I am letting go of what is no longer meant for me. Blah. Breathe it out. Like, doesn't that feel good? Like, I'm letting go of what's not meant for me anymore. I'm just letting go of it. It's okay. Goodbye. All right, I love you. I think I'll make videos again. I'm unsure, but here's one. Okay, bye.